flashiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So TCU's offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day, and I think
breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now on first down from the 28. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The give to the back. Makes a man miss. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He almost punched it in for 6. Now get him down at the 1-yard line. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go back.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. So this opening drive finds a bump in the road here on 3rd and goal. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, Waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
On the move. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They'll run the sneak for it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. To the air, it's Hatchett. Under fire. That's caught, it's Baker. At the 35, he's got room. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking for room, it's Warren. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Warren. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Harden! Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower. And we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. It looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish back on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Walker will fire. Gets it to him on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Using his legs, it's Warren. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Walker to throw. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Caught over the middle. It's small. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. To the ground with the back. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And the Horned Frogs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carry.
Touchdown, TCU! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Walker will fire. Punts it out of the air. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pocket breaking down. He's got it on the right. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence. Momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him and forced the incompletion.
Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Well, our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They stuck the last drive. Zone, they'll try to follow suit here. Back to pass, it's Hatchett. That's reeled in, it's Baker. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
How many first downs is that alone? You know, just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Let's go! Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He caught it! Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. A 1st down for the offense. Looking to throw. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Hatchett. Snagged in the middle, it's Warren. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. They just keep firing. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And that will extend their lead even further.
They never ask how, they always ask how many. And that thing off the crossbar, inches away from a miss. It was a pretty long kick. Kicker gets just enough of it and puts 3 on the board.
And the returner will be dragged down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Markway. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down, got to use their time wisely. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The running back has it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Walker to throw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Pulls it in at the 25. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football. There he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Hatchett. With the catch, it's Warren. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to the ground. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion.
be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
From the gun, the running back has it. Finds some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The toss to the outside. Shakes off the defender. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Markway. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Hatchett. Got his man on the outside. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
With the catch, it's Baker. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Warren. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Hard Rock. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, we might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Walker will fire. It's complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The give to the back. Spins away from the defender. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quickly to the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking for a crease, it's Young. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense...
He's going to throw deep right side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Finds him out of the backfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got it set up on the outside. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the catch. It's Watt. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got him downfield. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. There he goes! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's in open space downfield. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give to the single back. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Power football with the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Hatchett looking to buy time. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Using his feet to buy time. And he's dragged down. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Walker to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Watt.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage.
He's loose on the left. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They want to throw it. Looking to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out.